see a number today on your worksheets and everything like that, you're going to see everything that's into the thousands place. Now, like we saw earlier on the video from the website, these are called periods. Alright? This is the thousands period. Anything in orange is the thousands period. Remember, when we were looking on the website, I had you guys reading those numbers to me, and we read the three numbers, and you just read them like 306. And then you say the period, 1,000. And then we said the rest. Today, we only have to go through the thousands place. Okay, so we are not going to be doing anything in the millions or in the pieces. These are like decimals, like money. Like if you have 15 cents, that's part of a dollar. Or a lot of times fractions are down here. You guys don't need to know that until well later on in the year. Okay, but for today, we're only going to be dealing with the green and the orange. Alright? So, I'm going to be writing some numbers up here, and we need to know not only how to read that number, but we need to know how to write it in a couple different ways. So I have this nice visual for you. We need to know how to do it in standard form. We remember seeing this earlier today. Word form and expanded form. And that's primarily what the majority of this lesson is how do we transfer this number into something that looks like this. And that's what your homework is going to be tonight as well, is how to do that. So I'm going to write a number up here, and we're first going to practice on how to say it. And then after you know how to say it and read a number, the rest of it's pretty easy. So here's my first number for you. Alright. You read it in groups of 3. Okay, you read it by the period. So you start obviously with the biggest period, and I say these 3 numbers together. So this would be 361,245. Okay, practice saying that.
361,245.
Perfect. Alright, and once you can say those numbers over and over and over, now we're going to take it into the different forms. Okay? So we had 361,245. Now, word form. Cody, your mom's going to see that. Now, the way that you do this is what we saw earlier today. The way you just said it is the way that you write it. Okay? You say this period first. We said that was 361,000. The way you just said it is the way I'm going to write it. And remember, word form means words only, no numbers. So you actually have to spell 361, what is it? 1,000. And say the rest. 245. And that's it. That's word form. Okay? Now, the other form was expanded form. Alright? And expanded form was a little bit different, but not too bad. Basically, all you have to do is take each digit and then write it as the value of what place value it's in. So remember, I was asking, this is not a 3, is it? No. That is a what?
3,000.
Not a 3,000. 3,000 would be way over here.
300,000.
Aha! This is 300,000. This would be not a 6, but a 60,000. Or 6 tens is 60, right? And then this would be your 1,000. So you take each digit and write it separately in its values. A nice easy way to cheat, honestly, is count how many numbers are before it, and that's how many zeros you need behind it.
I know.
So for example, this 3, I would write it as 3, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, so I need 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, oh, where do I put my comma? Well, that's pretty easy. All you have to do, remember, is sets of 3. Start all the way from your 1's place and count over 3. 1, 2, 3, comma. Plus, take my 6 now. Okay, so I write my 6. How many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So maybe I even want to cross these out to help me out. Okay, that's the easy one, right? 1,000. Get rid of it. This is not a 2, but 200. Plus, not a 4, but a 40. And last but not least is the 5. Okay? And the last thing I want to go over, and this will wrap up the lesson, in this number, 361,245, another thing they're going to ask you is, they're going to have one of these digits underlined. And you have to tell me the value. Okay, that's kind of what we just did. If this 6 was underlined, that goes back to that question. Is that a 6? No. That is what? 60,000. Not 6. Big difference, right? So that's the second part to the question is, okay, how do I write this out? What is that value? Well, that value is 60,000. Okay, so then I will just write that as a number, and I'm done. All right. Ben, you can hit the button again.